Got the Aired Out podcast live from Fly on the Wall Productions, North Main Street, Barrie. Seen and heard wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, from Fly on the Wall Productions, 185 North Main Street in Barrie. Raylene, top of the morning to you. Holy shit!
Good morning.
Is it Wednesday yet? Woo!
Thank goodness it's Wednesday.
Happy Hump Day.
Hump Day.
You planning on doing any humping?
Probably not. I'm too tired for that after yesterday.
No humping for Raylene
No
today.
humping for me today.
That's fine. I understand.
I'm getting old, you know.
Well, good morning,
It was
Glenn.
a very busy day yesterday.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Do you know how many hot dogs we grilled?
Yeah, can you tell me about this?
200.
Seriously, 200 hot dogs.
Yep. 200 hot dogs we grilled yesterday.
Wow. A lot of people coming up to the polls.
It didn't seem like it, but some people were having a couple of them. And,
Wait, whoa. You could get more than one?
well, yeah, if you wanted.
I didn't know that. I was in Burlington yesterday. If you had told me that I could have more than one, then Andy and I would have been over there and we would have taken care of the 200 dogs in a second.
Well, probably. But it was a lot of fun. It really was.
We had hot dogs for anyone that came up and showed their little sticker that says I voted.
Yeah. And we
How was
got,
it?
except for, little kids. We gave them
Right.
to the little kids that were with their parents, and, things like that. But it was a lot of fun.
Were there any 16 or 17-year-olds that were up there trying to get some hot dogs?
Well, possibly, actually, with their parents.
Okay. Wait a second.
yeah.
Because they weren't old enough to vote?
No, and
Okay.
they
All right.
still are not old enough to vote in the city. That change failed.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Not much. Everything else pretty much passed. I think that was the only thing that did fail.
Yeah.
The
budget did not pass, though.
the budget did the municipal budget
Right.
passed.
The school budget.
The school budget also passed in the city, but it failed in the town. Therefore, it fails.
Very town. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's the deal now? We're allowed 87% of last year's budget,
Well, if
right?
they don't get the budget right and passed by the 30th of June, I believe
Okay.
it is,
All right.
then that's what happens.
All right.
Then you just fall under the state rule, I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
But good turnout yesterday, though. A lot of voters.
It was a very good turnout. I mean, it was a very steady flow of people, a lot of talking. It was a good day, and it was a beautiful day. It was actually freaking hot.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. Thank God we had a couple of tents just to shelter us from the sun a little
Yeah,
bit because
yeah.
it was crazy.
Sure,
And that's
sure.
the other thing that will change. Town meeting will remain in May instead of March. I think that's a great thing. I think many others thought it was as well, especially when it comes to figuring out budget and getting a real, true budget to the community. So that's out there, and that will happen. People voted for that. And it was certainly much more pleasant to stand outside all day and grill hot dogs than it was to be in March when it could be,
Yes.
0 degrees, windy, snowy,
Yes.
rainy, crappy. And people don't necessarily dare to come out or,
Sure.
drive that day. We never know what's going to happen in
Right.
March.
So the bottom line, we get to finally move on
Yes, from the elections.
from the elections, but we also need to we're also going to be moving on and progressing forward with a new mayor in the Granite City, and
Yes.
it is Tom Lozon.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Wow, was that a freaking ride?
Yes,
Huh?
it was. It was a ride. So we will go forward with Tom Lozon as mayor, Sonia Spalding in Ward 1, Amanda Gustin in Ward 2, Michael Deering in Ward 3,
Okay.
and the city clerk as Cheryl Mativier.
She was the write-in.
She was the write-in, and she got a whole lot of votes. She did a great job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And she was the assistant clerk not all that long ago. So she knows the job. She knows Carol. It'll be a good transition.
Listen, let's just thank everyone that came up and voted yesterday,
Yes.
whether it was Barry Town or Barry City.
Yes.
Thanks for exercising your, I hate to say civic duty and all that, sounding
Well,
fancy
it
pants.
should be.
I
but
know, but it's like it's more than just a
It was still a
civic
low
duty.
turnout, though.
It's just the right thing to do.
It was still a low voter turnout, though, with including like all ballots.
Yeah.
There was 1565. So certainly more than some years,
Yeah.
but still not even close to what there is for a population. And it's just really sad to see.
Yeah.
A lot of opinions, but not a lot of voting going on.
Yeah.
And every vote counts. Michael Boutin lost his seat by 7, and Eddie Roos lost his by 14. Every single vote counts, and people just don't understand that.
Yeah. Very, very, very true. Very important
Yeah.
to vote. Huh. Just thank you to everybody that came out yesterday and voted. It was a 12-hour day, at least for many people up there.
Yeah.
Up at the auditorium. And in some cases, it was 14,
More.
15, 16
It
hours.
was. It was.
It was a long,
I think
long day.
I got there at 7:15. Started grilling hot dogs at 11. Stopped at 2. We shut the grill off at 2, and I hung out for a little while longer. Then I had to leave because I had to run an errand and then come here to do the show with Rick Barnett.
Yes.
So we did that. And while down here, Quan and another gentleman, Ben, fired the grill back up around dinner time and ran the grill from 5 to 7.
How's Quan on the grill? Is he a good griller?
He's a great griller.
I want to commend you for an outstanding show yesterday with Rick Barnett. You guys did a great job. Great job.
He's just
That freaking
incredible.
guy, man.
He's
telling you,
incredible.
he
And
is.
the fight that he is, the fact that he's been fighting for all this time and he still has the same drive. He's not going to be
Yeah.
defeated. Like, this will come before legislature probably until he can't anymore.
Just for the folks that did not catch you and Rick Barnett yesterday afternoon, give us a brief synopsis of what it was. What was the show about?
Well, it was about where he stood this year with the bills that were introduced. He and like a team of people.
Yeah.
They did agree to let him look into further, set up like a group of people that were going to further look into the effects and the need for psilocybins.
Yeah.
So he'll start doing that and then bring the information back next year. Its effect, its ability to help people in many different ways, microdosing with things like mushrooms and things.
And prescribing this.
And yes, and overseeing that. And like he said, you're not talking about letting somebody use this on a daily basis. We're talking maybe 4 to 6 times in a year's time while you're under the supervision and at an appointment with a therapist. And then the second part, which failed again this year because the medical professions, doctors, things like that, fight this really hard, is, he's a licensed psychologist with a bunch of other degrees and, and knowledge of what he does. But his ability and right to prescribe mental health drugs in the state of Vermont. And there are only 6 other states that the doctors, the psychologists are allowed to prescribe also. But the need for that so that your primary care provider, like he says, that sees you maybe 10 minutes every 3 months, if you're lucky, is prescribing a mental health drug when you wouldn't want them to oversee your chemotherapy, and probably they shouldn't be overseeing your mental health either, and it's not a probably, they just shouldn't.
Psychopharmacology is what he was
yeah
is what the show was about.
Yeah, and so it just,
And Dr. Rick is one of the founding members of the Psychedelic Society of Vermont.
He is.
And he is a pioneer.
And if you don't know a lot about it, you really should read up about it, because it's not what people think. If you read up about it and you read up, you read and understand what he's trying to do and how he's trying to do it, it's
fascinating.
It's not only is it fascinating, but it's far more productive and safe than some of the other treatments. Not that some of the other treatments aren't great, but we know that like methadone, Suboxone, things like that, people stay on it for years, and some people want to get off it, but it's a matter of not having anybody to help do that. That's not something you just stop taking.
Right.
You can't just stop taking heroin.
Sure.
That is a guided process, and we just don't have enough treatment and
knowledge
and people helping to do that.
But we have a whole hell of a lot of stigma.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's working against the great progress that Rick and many others have made, and we'll continue to have them on the air here.
And yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of Tyler's death. So it was a busy day, but it was, it was right here the whole time. Mother's Day too, because it happened on Mother's Day. So, my heart, my mind was constantly with Mariah and yesterday as well.
Yeah.
It just, it's a whole year. It's insane.
It was a heavy day.
It was a very heavy day. Very hectic, heavy day. Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to be talking about Bikers for Beth here in just a little bit. Coming up this weekend, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff this morning. Let's give a shout out to The Source Foreign Cars.
Yes.
My God, they do it all. They just do it all.
Yes, they do. They have a top-notch, state-of-the-art facility where they literally they work on foreign cars. Toyota, Honda, Nissan. They specialize in Subaru. They have a parts department that cannot be matched
Yeah.
of brand new OEM Subaru parts,
Yeah.
as well as used parts.
Right.
And I'm talking right from maybe a little decal
Right.
on the interior somewhere
Right.
to headlights
Lights,
and
grills,
the wiper assembly and
Fenders, everything.
and lights are a big deal. Lights and mirrors are things that people ding up and break all
Yeah.
the time.
And they've got everything cataloged right on their fingertips.
Yes,
so they'll
they
find
do.
it for you within
Yes,
seconds.
they do. And then they have a brand new tire machine, wheel balancer.
Yeah.
So easy, swap overs, things like that. And of course, they are a state inspection center.
Yes.
Yes.
Check your sticker. Locally owned and family operated, just as Brad would have wanted it for more than 30 years. Just one of the many reasons that the source foreign cars should be the only source for your Subaru needs. Stop by Route 2 East Montpelier. And
Yes.
Of course, you can find them on Facebook. Is there anything going on? We have Wednesday meals to talk about. We have Tetra's appliances to talk about. We have Wellness Wednesday to talk about. But is there anything in the news that's jumping out that's
Well,
red hot
that
this
jumped out to me was the death investigation in
St.
St. Johnsbury
Johnsbury,
that
yeah.
was a robbery gone bad with the guy that was going to rob being shot. And so, sorry, people, I'm having a hard time finding that a gone bad situation. I
Yeah.
just am.
Gone good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the way I feel about it. If you're that person defended
Yeah. Exactly.
their home, their family,
Oh, my God.
sorry.
Yeah. Is that pretty much the? I mean, obviously the elections yesterday. But I mean that's kind of it, really.
Yeah, there's not a ton in the news this morning. Mostly election stuff.
And Michael Cohen stuff.
And yeah, ugh.
Wow.
I mean, come on.
Cluster.
All of that's just insane to me.
Complete
So sick
cluster.
of hearing it.
God.
But yeah. And the historic weather vane returns to Vermont 40 years after it was stolen. I thought that was pretty cool. Did you see that?
I did not. Tell me about it, please.
So let's see.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I know about this.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's a train.
Yes.
Unwrapping a 114-year-old weather vane
Yes.
that spun for decades on the White River Junction Railroad Station until it was stolen back in 1983.
Yes. Yes.
Decades went by before, but then in 2022, VTrans got word that the weather vane had been consigned to a New York auction house.
Oh my God.
But they have it back, and so that's pretty cool. That thing is beautiful.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And now we're Vermonters are trying to figure out where to put it up.
We should
Thank you. Say it.
go where
Say
it
it.
was.
Yes.
Goes right back where it belonged. It goes home.
Yes.
That's where I would think it would go.
Of course. But we're probably gonna
What the hell do I know?
have to sit and talk about this and overthink it and have a vote and then have a fight and then have another vote and another fight and holy shit, the weather vane, God!
Does it have any?
And the Flatlanders that moved up here and they're going to be weighing in on it and we're going to have to have a town meeting on that. Jay, just stop it. Anyway, I'm off the soapbox. I'm okay.
Yeah, I agree, Alice. I'm wondering if they're gonna say who, like, if the whole thing will come out, like who stole it, who sold it to who, that now is selling
love
it
to
to the auction house, this, that, and the other.
I would love to find that out.
Yeah, to be able to learn all of that would be great.
Should we dive into Where do you
have
wanna
at
go?
it.
You tell me where you want to go.
So, well, let's make sure that everybody remembers that today is Wellness Wednesday.
Yes.
Right out back 23 Summer Street, and we've gotten the word this morning that the first floor is open.
Wow.
So renovations must be either complete or damn close to complete, because they have opened up the first floor wellness space. So that means we're probably even closer to the snoozling room.
Very close.
Right? Imagination Station.
Yes. Phil Wells over there. Talk about somebody that just knows how to kick it. That guy right there gets it done. I mean, Phil and all of them up there, Robin and Heather Slayton have been working so hard trying to get that snoozling room back up. And I've had a couple of little sneak previews. The ball pit that's in there is 4 or 5 times bigger than the one that was in there.
Awesome.
And it's huge.
Awesome.
I may
have rolled around in it.
Well, I may have accidentally slipped and fallen into the ball pit. And just quick little test drive just to make sure that everything is safe.
And it was all good?
I classified it as officially safe.
Oh, good. Oh, good. As long as it's got your stamp of approval, then by all means open the door.
Took me 45 minutes to get out of it, but that's a whole
Well, you know. But anyways, you can call Robin at 802-479-4055 to schedule your massages. And but if you want, they do the ear acupuncture and pressure, and those things are just walk-in.
Yeah.
And there's teas and little treats and a lot of just
mindful meditation. Just come relax, treat yourself. You deserve it. It's free. Everything's
all
free.
is free. Even the things that you need to schedule an appointment for, the entire thing is free. You just there are some things, I mean, it takes a block of time. And so they want to give everyone a chance.
Sure.
And if you've made an appointment for one of those things, maybe make an appointment for something different instead of the same one each time.
Right.
To kind of give other people a chance to get in there and try each thing.
It's 4:30 until 7 o'clock right on Summer Street across from Summer Street Auto. That's with the Well Space building. By the way, speaking of Washington County Mental Health, Mary and our new director, our Beth, and I can't wait to chat with her and meet her, are going to be coming in here on Tuesday the 21st.
Nice.
11 o'clock.
Right. We haven't met her yet.
No.
So that's awesome. And let's skip on over to, because all of this talk is making me hungry for some reason, because we were talking about grilling and this and that and the other. And now I'm thinking that, did you see that up at Harrington's Food and Fuel today, the special is Sloppy Joe's? Oh. I love Sloppy Joe's. I haven't had Sloppy Joe in years.
Love Sloppy Joe's. Oh, God.
I haven't had those in a long, long time.
You know how you pull the bun back and the whole underside of it is orange? You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
Come on.
Everybody
knows what God.
Doesn't that sound good, though?
Love Harrington's.
I think so, too.
The pizza and the ranch and the salads.
Salads, I love the salads.
Yeah, listen. If you're eating healthier, go to Harrington's. You can get a great chef salad.
Yeah.
Loaded up with meat.
Yeah.
You get your protein in there. Get your fat-free dressing, whatever you want to do. That's great. However,
absolutely.
If you want to just partay with lunch and just say screw it and have a pizza and some 6 sloppy joes.
Well, here we go. So we're going to go on a triple run right now, okay?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm buckled.
All right, you're buckled. So you're going to go up to Harrington's. You're going to get your lunch.
Yeah.
Then you're going to go down the hill to Vermont Quick Lube and Car Wash in South Barry, because it's Ladies' Day.
Right down the bottom of the hill.
And if you go there, the boys are going to lube you all up.
Yes.
Then they are going to give you a flower as a thank you for everything you do
Yeah.
and being remarkable every day.
You're making me blush.
And then you're going to get a car wash
Yep.
free.
Yep.
And as a bonus, if you say,
Yeah.
Air It Out sent us,
Yep.
you're going to get another gift. And it could be anything
Yeah, I was
from,
going to ask you what
it could be a car wash, another car wash. It could be a % off. It could be, there's a whole list of
bunch of
things.
stuff.
It's mystery prize. But anybody who goes there and says, Air It Out sent us, will get that gift.
Yes.
But today, I mean, women could make bank on
Yeah.
Ladies' Day
Yeah.
because they could get all kinds of free things down at the Quick Loop.
Yeah.
And then if you've dropped your sloppy Joe all over your seat and you've made a mess, you just skip on down the road again to Ruth Ears and you talk to Colby and he'll clean it all up for you.
That was beautiful. The recon guru right there.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. It was perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
it's true.
It is true.
Yeah. You can make a sloppy mess. Don't worry about it.
I was over
Colby will clean it up.
Oh, yes, he will. I was over at Vermont Quick Lube yesterday getting my oil changed, and they had a look at the transmission fluid, and there was like, it's supposed to be this color, and yours is
Not.
this color, so you might want to think about getting that done. We did that. So when I rolled in, they got a new guy working there.
Oh.
His name is Dominic. And Dominic doesn't know me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know Dominic. So I'm like, I am going to capitalize on this. I'm going to have fun with this.
Oh, no.
He didn't know who I
Poor
was.
Dominic.
So I rolled in there, and I'm like, it's Wednesday, right? And he's like, no, it's Tuesday. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. And he's like, no, it's Tuesday. And I'm like, well, I'm here for the Ladies' Day. And he just stared at me like he didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Then I asked him, I said, look, if I come in here sometime on a Wednesday with a wig and some lipstick and some pantyhose.
You don't even have to do all that.
Okay. Will you just look the other way and just let it slide? And he just gave me the most awkward look. Like, I don't know. Dominic knows me now.
Yeah.
Craig came over and was like,
And said, oh, yeah,
Dominic-
this is our
yeah.
dumbass friend, JD.
yeah, he's like, JD, kind of fell and hit his head many years ago. He's okay. Just, he really probably shouldn't be driving, but he is. And anyway, we just had fun yesterday. So Dominic knows me now.
Poor guy.
Go ahead. You want to go with something?
Is it? Sure. Let's talk about Giroux. General
Yep.
Transport.
Please.
They get a class coming up on June 15th.
17th.
17th. Yes, 17th. Sorry.
So it's a Monday.
But that means that you need to call for your permit test
Yep.
right now.
Right now.
You need to get your permit first. So that is a change that didn't used to be that way. But so call right now
Yep.
so that you know that you've gotten in there, you've gotten your permit, and you can take the class on the 17th.
Yeah.
And you can get your books.
Yeah.
You can
Start
either
reading.
get it if you want to read and you want to read paper. Like some people really thrive on that. It's easier for them. I personally like it too, so I
Online.
can mark it up and go back and review
Yeah, well,
certain
that's how I am.
things.
That's how I am.
But you can also do it online. And the books, the materials that you need for that permit are free.
Yeah.
You can talk to Tracy. JD's going to tell you her phone numbers.
279-3325. Operators are
reach her.
standing by.
one lone operator that is.
Yes, who's ringing? I mean, her phone is ringing.
She's
all
an
the time.
incredible lady.
Right
She's
here in
got
Barrie.
so much going on. But she'll tell you all there is to know about not only the class, but how you can get some financial assistance.
Yeah.
She'll tell you about positions throughout the state of Vermont that are available currently, because they have companies calling them all the time saying, hey, do you have any drivers? Do you have any drivers?
Yeah.
Because they're needed. They're in demand.
Yes.
So you can pretty much go anywhere, do anything with a CDL.
Yeah.
So
look at the fuel companies that are hiring, and the propane companies, and local towns, garages.
yeah, state trucks, the whole nine, and
There's jobs waiting for you.
women, please
Yeah.
sign up.
Extra incentives.
There are extra incentives for women, and if I've said this a million times too, if you already work for a company that employs CDL drivers, maybe you do something else, that you talk to your employer, because there may be a chance for advancement.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
a lot of times they will pay for your schooling, and a lot of times people that are hiring for that position will pay for your schooling as well, with a contract of, if you pay for my schooling, I will work for you for whatever time, or I have to pay it back.
If you need testimony, call Cliff Fleury.
Yeah, I mean,
tell you.
I know there's a whole list of people, and maybe we should do that someday. Get together with a bunch of old students and have like a little reunion. We'll cook hot dogs.
We did that one time outside here. You remember that?
Yes.
We did that one time. We should do it again.
Yeah, we should. But Tracy and Bill are just great people. They everybody says that the class that they hold is
It's
just
fun.
it's fun, but
Yeah.
it's a good class too, because they are always willing to take the time. If someone needs a little extra time, if they can help in some extra way, they do.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, have you had a chance to see yesterday's morning aired out with
Not gonna lie, no,
Sean Perry?
I did not.
The guy
I've heard all about it, though. People were talking about it up at the auditorium. We're talking about the show and how amazing he was, and that they didn't know about his program, but they wished they could know a lot more about it, and they wish there was a lot more of it and a lot more of him. I mean, he's incredible.
I hope that anyone who watched yesterday's episode and was impacted, and I say this about you and Rick Barnett too, if you were impacted by it in any way, or you know someone who might have been or was or would be, reach out to these folks. Send an email or a message to Dr. Rick Barnett. Send a message to Sean Perry and say, hey, I really enjoyed your show. What do we need to do to get more schools to
adopt this?
This program is like, it's absolutely, in my opinion, it's the answer.
Yeah.
To a lot of the shit that's going on.
It is.
And, and I drove home pretty hard yesterday, maybe too hard, that the world that we live in now is and what kids have to go through and what teachers are going through and just life and just this world that we live in is so different from when I was in 3rd, 4th grade, 5th grade,
You're
6th
not
grade.
kidding.
Kids are growing up way too fast. And
we're making them grow up too fast.
We are.
Unfortunately, some.
We are.
Not all
Yeah.
parents. Some. There are a lot of parents that are still very old-fashioned and aren't willing to do that.
Yes. There are certain things where instead of correcting Lily or trying to steer her in a different direction, I just let her be and just let her do what she's doing. It's such an important part of development, I think, and it's not just parents that are making our kids grow up too fast. It's society and it's culture.
Right, it's society.
It's the media. It's culture. It's movies. It's TV. It's the internet. It's Instagram. It's everything.
Because even parents are being made to move too fast.
Of course
there are a lot of parents in situation
Right.
that they weren't in years ago. There were a lot more working moms. There
Yeah.
are a lot more parents that work more than one job.
Yes.
It's just the entire picture has changed
Right.
so much. It's a lot.
Sean Perry's empire that he has created is called We Are Hope. They're right here in Vermont.
Yeah.
He drove an hour and a half to be here on the air yesterday morning.
Yeah.
They've got a summer retreat coming up for kids. It is just, it's one of those episodes where it's like, I wish everyone could watch and listen to that. Because these are kids, man. This is our
Yeah.
future. We have got to start getting that shit right.
Yes, we do.
And it's,
Yes,
we've
do.
got too many cooks in the kitchen and too many adults that think they've got all the answers and are the end all be all solution to everything. And then we're fighting about the budget and all of this shit and the teachers.
Well,
Man,
those
it's
are
like-
important things to
yeah, they are.
fight
but-
about. But
This
at
is-
the end of the day,
Right.
Yeah.
This is the foundation, man. This is what it's all about. Please, I'm begging you, if you have time, if you're in the car or you're cleaning the house tonight or whatever, go back and listen to those episodes, those 2 episodes yesterday here on Aired Out. They're just, both of them are so important. Lily says to me last night, every now and then, I love to drop Lily's line of the week. We're out in the bar,
gosh.
and they've been some of them are just very, very interesting. I'm thinking of one, but I'm going to bite my tongue right now. But she says to me last night, I'm out in the barn moving some things around, cussing. Oh my God! What the fuck is that doing over there? God, I've been looking for that for 6 years. Stuff like that. I'm out in the barn, got the music going, I got all the lights are on, and Lily comes out, and she's like, "Dad, I need to talk to you." Oh Jesus, here we go. Another boyfriend. So I lean up against the snowblower. And she comes over and she leans up against the snowblower. She looks at me and she says, this is a 2-part question here. There's a big pause. And that's where I had to buckle myself. She says, "Dad, can I have a cell phone?"
Oh.
Pause. And I'm staring at her like she's 9. Like, I'm staring at her like I'm, seeing a ghost. When I'm 29.
Perfect.
And I was like, "You better think fast, brother." And I looked at her and I said, "I'll think about it." 29. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Next year she won't think that. Maybe
I
even by the
know.
end of the summer.
I know.
Maybe even by the end of the summer.
I know.
It's a catch-22 with cell phones. I know that we didn't have them growing up.
Yeah.
And it was no big deal, but it was a much different time. We talked about this at the polls yesterday because
Yeah.
one of my neighbors that she was there with Eddie's sister. Sonia was there, and I grew up with her kids, and we grew up in this neighborhood where there was a string of 6-8 houses, and they were full of kids, and we all just kind of hung out between the 8 houses. We could hear our moms yell to us from any of the places that we were
Yes.
at. Everybody knew where we were.
Good old days.
Yeah, and like I always say, we knew we had to be in when the streetlights came on, that sort of thing. But you can't really do that now, and
Yeah.
so to or even the stuff that is happening in the schools during the school day, to I don't know.
Wow.
It's a tough decision, I think, for a lot of parents, but I do know that you can get cell phones through Verizon even, and they're phones for children, and you can program 10 numbers that they are allowed to call, up to, so it could even be less, but up to 10 numbers that they can call, and only those 10 numbers can ring back in. The phone is literally only for that 10, and it doesn't have internet capabilities. It doesn't have, so you can get a phone that is literally meant for just emergencies.
And I could put a GPS tracker on there?
They do. They have a locator on them, yes.
Okay. I just, the thought of her just walking around glued to a cell phone and watching YouTube reels and all that shit. TikTok. That stuff's like freaking me out, man.
I know. Well, that's why you don't allow it to have internet capabilities. It's literally, if it's somebody that young, you have the ability to have control, as a parent should.
Yeah.
And only make it for emergency things.
Yeah.
Family, or maybe your closest friend that you can talk to so that you're cool. And
Right.
you're talking on the cell phone, whatever.
Of course.
But the rest of it is not available.
Tomorrow morning on Aired Out, quick programming note, Rex Thompson's going to be in from Donnybrook Fight Promotions talking about the Battle in Barrie 13, which is fast approaching, Saturday, May 25th at the Barrie Auditorium. Amateur and professional Muay Thai, MMA, kickboxing, and more. He has some amazing matchups. And tomorrow morning, an announcement of who's going to be performing during the intermission. So Rex will be in tomorrow morning. I can't wait to chat with him. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yes, we're going to talk about the Bikers for Beth ride this weekend on Sunday. But first, before we do, Raylene, can I just take a second and throw some love at little Rosie? Yesterday I was chatting with her mom. Rosie is a 9-year-old Vermont girl with a very simple and very profound message of happy good day.
Yeah, that's it. Happy good day.
That's it. Happy good day. She's just this little girl who, and mom and dad are making sweatpants and T-shirts and hats and dog bandanas and you name it that say happy good day in the original font that Rosie
It's literally
created.
how she wrote it.
It's literally how she wrote it.
Yeah.
So happy-good-day.com. Happygoodday.com. Put dashes in between. Instagram, Happy Good Day Rosie. And you can email them at happygooddayvt@gmail. Get on their website. Order. I'm ordering a T-shirt. Another one. I'm going to get one for Andy.
Oh, nice.
Because he would love that.
He would love that.
And he's always about happy.
And 1% of their proceeds for the next 2 months is going to the Central Vermont Humane Society.
Yes.
And last month it went to the Mitzvah Fund, which is
fund,
the mobile vet clinic. Which I saw them in Montpelier the other day. Pretty cool.
So Rosie was on the air with us, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And
presumably on that day had a broken leg.
We thought she had a broken leg.
Not at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's like literally the night before that she was on the air with us, she was at the ER with mom. Comes in here, didn't sleep at all, 9 years old, comes in here the next morning on like no sleep, on crutches, sits down, interviews with us.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, she's back in the hospital and they're like, you don't have a broken leg, you have a bone infection and we're doing surgery. And I mean, this little girl, my God.
I know.
And mom's texted me yesterday and saying that she's just freaking tough as nails and she's getting back to herself and she's doing well.
Which, thankfully.
Post-surgery, I mean, these kids spring back fast.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a lot to go through when you're 9 years old.
It sure is.
but she's still positive, and she's still having a happy, good day. I love that kid.
I do too.
So
Her
anyway,
smiles killer.
this weekend, I haven't even had a chance to tell you. There's a lot of stuff that has slipped through the cracks over the last 24 to 48.
We've been pretty busy.
I haven't had a chance to check. Hey, good morning, Barb Druge.
Good morning,
She's
Barb.
right there.
I hope you're feeling better, love.
What's going on with Barb?
Barb, her back is really not in a good situation.
Okay.
And that poor girl, she stood up there doing the sine waves with us anyways on that concrete, just standing there doing and oh, I hope she could walk yesterday.
I love that lady.
She's a great lady.
She has probably one of the biggest hearts that I've ever known.
Yeah,
She
same.
she sees stuff and she's like, she thinks of little kids who would love that.
Yeah.
She bought 15 boxes of the peanut butter cereal
I know.
the other day. She's giving them out to kids. She gave me like 6 boxes.
I know.
Put one of them down while I was driving. And the rest went to Lily. But anyway, I haven't had a chance to tell you that, as you know, I lost some of my sound PA equipment in the flood.
Yes.
The speakers are, I'm not sure if the speakers are toast or not, but some other equipment, doesn't matter, I no longer have. So I'm not able to do the sound like I normally do for Bikers for Beth. I reached out to Joe Smith. He is stepping up, DJ Chaos, and he is bringing his PA system with all of his fancy stuff. Plenty of sound. Everyone will be able to hear it just fine. He's going to be spinning tunes. We're going to be on a cordless mic. We're going to be there for Bikers for Beth Sunday morning, and it's going to look and sound great because of Joe. So thank you, Joe.
Awesome. Awesome.
He's just coming through it. He's just in a clutch here, and I appreciate it so much. So
awesome.
He'll be there early Sunday morning. I'll be there with him too. We'll be setting up kickstands up at 11 a.m., not 10:30. 11 o'clock is when the ride will be underway.
Awesome.
Tiffany Cast is going to be singing the national anthem. We have the prayer by Steve England. The Sunday afternoon DJ will be Bill Codling. There's going to be a barbecue, a raffle, live music, all going on at Gusto's. The ride's happening Sunday, rain or shine, just as it always has for the last 15 years. This is year number 16. All proceeds going to Giselle Chouinard, who's fighting stage 4 lung cancer and was sitting in here the other day.
Steve England, speaking of, we will be getting together with him soon as well.
Okay.
He and a couple of other members from the Police Advisory Committee.
Oh.
There were some pretty significant awards and honors given out here.
Saw the pictures.
Recently. And there's some other things happening and going on. And Steve's going to come in here, maybe with Kristen Touziant or Bob Nelson even,
Okay.
and talk a little bit more about that and about our police force here, how really fortunate we are.
Yeah.
We truly are.
Yeah.
And maybe some ways that we can help support them a little more.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're going to let me
Yeah,
know when
I'll
that's
let
all
you know.
happening. Yeah. That's so cool. That's so cool. I love Steve. And Steve was one of the beneficiaries.
Yeah, he was a
of
recipient.
The Bikers for Beth.
Yeah.
Great guy. Great guy. But
Yeah.
listen, even if you don't have a motorcycle, please come be part of this whole experience. The kickoff party is going to be Saturday night at Gusto's from 5 to 8. Shane McGrath is going to be playing the guitar. That guy is unbelievably talented. Drink and food specials during the kickoff party. The band Diamond Special is going to be performing following the kickoff party. They're going to go late from 9 p.m. until 12:30. And listen, even if you don't have a motorcycle, you can still come and be part of this experience. Come to the barbecue. Buy a ticket.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the tickets are like $25. You're going to get a ton of food. Yes, you can go
It's
back
always
for seconds.
amazing. It's always amazing.
It's always amazing. They have a huge silent auction. You can buy a T-shirt, a sweatshirt. There's a 50-50 raffle, door prizes, giveaways, tickets for a Bergamot and Amore saddlebag, gift certificates for Lashes by Crystal. There's just a lot. There's a lot that's there. You can walk away with a great silent auction item. You can grab a T-shirt or sweatshirt, as I said. You can have a great meal. I guarantee
And
you.
they are doing
You're gonna have a
things
good
a little
time.
different this year. Donna said that they are going to do the auction and stuff just a little bit different so that they can maybe move things along a little quicker than may have happened in the past.
And I'll be at Gusto's tonight, and I'm going to go live for their final meeting for Bikers for Beth tonight. I think it's going to start at like 6:00. So be tuned in tonight. Catch it.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
We're just getting word from Christina Willie,
Okay.
Brittany Burt's mom.
love her.
We just, as people know, we just did the Brittany Burt Memorial Bingo, and which was a huge success. And they were able to purchase the 2 friendship benches. Those have come in, and they are being delivered to Berrytown School tomorrow.
Really?
Christina says. So, she's not sure how long it will take the school to get those put in, the implementation of those.
Yeah.
But certainly hope that it's sooner than later.
Well, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So one is going to on the playgrounds, and the other is supposed to go into the community garden.
That's great news.
It's awesome.
I'm so glad that, I don't know, that so many people, what am I trying to say, stay in touch with us and follow up with things that they've started, that we've promoted, and then they come back around full circle and say, by the way,
Yeah, they keep us posted.
they keep us posted.
Yeah.
Look at the results of all
Well,
of this.
that's what makes their event successful each year, because we all want to know what it is that our money did. No matter what we're giving our money for, we
right.
all, would like to know what our money did. And it's just nice to get a little update that this or that happened. We know that she gives out the scholarships.
Yep.
That is the main goal of the whole thing. But this year she said, if we make more than what we've allotted for scholarships,
Yeah.
we will use that to buy 1 and maybe even 2 benches.
Yeah.
And they actually made enough to do 2 benches.
so
and
awesome.
that's freaking awesome.
So awesome.
And I hope that next year it gets even bigger. We have a great time.
So great.
It's so much fun.
Williamstown this weekend is going to be just amazing. Saturday they got the craft festival, and the flea market is going on pretty much all day from 9 to 5 at Seaver Field. They got a picnic at the park with a pulled pork dinner that's going to be served up from 11:30 to 1. That's $15. Please bring cash for that, but you're going to have a great meal. Fireworks at dusk, and of course the parade with Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. Drew Lamb, who is the spearheader of this, of Cars and Coffee car show. It's amazing. If you have a car that is beautiful, it doesn't matter if it's old, if it's classic, or newer. If it's you just got a nice car, you want to show it off, get to the Den on Saturday morning beginning at 9. That's when they're going to start lining up the cars. Yep. I don't care if it's from the 20s, 30s, whatever. It doesn't matter. Bring it. Get lined up, and then Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. You don't have to be a member or pay any kind of registration or anything. They just want people who love cars.
They just want you there.
Just come there, get lined up, and then we're going to kind of filter in the Central Vermont Cars and Coffee right into the Williamstown Memorial Day Parade, which starts at 10:30, by
Awesome.
the way.
Awesome.
10:30. Drew's phone number, if you have any questions or if you want to get in touch with him or just tell him that you're going to be there, 522-7286. 522-7286. And Drew is saying that after the parade, these cars, all these beautiful cars, are going to be going back to the Den parking lot and just kind of on display there. So if you want to come in, if you see a car in the parade, you're like, oh my God, I love that. After the parade, get over to the Den and you can
check them out.
maybe even
Talk to the owner.
Maybe take a
go
test
for a ride
drive.
or something.
Take a
You never
exactly.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly. So, hey, shout out to Jason Gauthier. He mowed me up yesterday. Did such a nice job. I just love Gauthier's quality grounds and maintenance. They are not so lucky that he's mowing my lawn because he's not taking any more mowing customers, but he is taking landscaping jobs. But he's booking like a month and a half out. So if you have any kind of landscaping that you want done, you got to get in the queue. You got to call them. You got to get in touch with them and say, come over and have a look. 505-8041. 505-8041.
Nice.
Let's throw some love at Yipes before we skip out of here this morning.
Love them. Love them.
Yipes is so busy this time of year. They got the, kayaking season is here. People are like me, I'm sure. There's a few out there that are like, let's see, how can I get some kayaks up on top of this roof? Just go to Yipes.
Right. They'll fix you right up. They'll put the rack on the roof for you.
Yes.
You'll be all set.
And you will be saved all of the headaches, foul language, frustration, pinched fingers, kicking things, throwing things. Let Brock do that.
Yeah. Bike racks, roof racks,
Right.
weather mats. I mean,
Camping
so
stuff,
many things.
hiking stuff. I mean, everyone's getting outdoors.
Yeah. So many things that they can add to your car to make it super convenient.
Right.
Tint the windows, maybe,
Yes.
maybe you would like a dash cam installed.
Oh,
or,
I forgot about the dash cams. Yes.
I mean, they literally can pimp your ride.
yes.
Val can even put some graphics on there, tint up the windows.
You got a motorcycle that you want a little graphic done on the side of it?
Yeah.
They'll do that too.
They'll do that too. They do so many different things there at Yipes.
Call to get a quote. Schedule your appointment if you think you might need one. Just give them a call over there. It's so. I mean, everyone knows where Yipes is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. YipesBerry.com or 479-0055 is the number to call.
Perfect.
And finally this morning, Bulldogs. Let's throw some love at them. A lot of people are doing site cleanup right now. They're like, when I say site cleanup, I'm also talking about the wives and the girlfriends who get after the guys. When are you going to clean this shit up? Call Bulldogs. They'll come over and they'll take those old cars out of there or tractors or whatever it is, residential, commercial, they'll take care of it. They'll do site cleanup. If you want to rent a 40-foot container, guys, hoarders, put all your shit in there. Call Bulldogs. They'll deliver it to you. They'll put it right there in your property. They'll put exactly where you want it. You can put all your stuff in there, put a lock on it, and your wife's not going to know anything about what's in there. And listen,
my gosh.
and if she gets really pissed off, you could just move into the thing, live in it if you want. We love Bulldogs. Scrapping Weather is here. They are so busy over there. 223-7917. They're always watching the metal market. They're just great people.
I just posted some right on our page, some of the new prices. They just came out. So
Awesome. Awesome. I think that's kind of it.
that's it.
Yeah.
Although, can we loop back to Donnybrook Fight Promotions really quick?
Please.
Like, I'm super excited for him and for everyone there that he's going to have entertainment intermission. That's awesome. I also think it's awesome that they've announced that Tim Brick will be doing the national anthem.
Yep.
But I told Rex the other day when he was in here, still my favorite was when we all sang the national anthem.
Yeah, that was...
I will never, ever forget that. In all my days, I still think about that night.
When the crowd sang it.
Yeah. I really do. It gives me goosebumps every time.
Yeah.
The music failed, and some guy in the audience started singing.
Yeah.
And we all joined in, and it was just absolutely, and I was so in awe of the whole thing and literally just melted into the situation that I stopped going live. Because we were live.
Right.
And I stopped it. But now I wish I didn't. I always wish I didn't, because if everyone else could have experienced that as well. But I don't know. I don't think that he's ever going to top that.
It was great. It was great. Rex will be in here tomorrow morning.
I think he should screw it up again. I think he should start playing it and purposely cut the music and see what happens, because there's no... The feeling of that whole situation
You're right.
was absolutely incredible, and I really think it changed the mood for the whole night. The crowd was just
electrified.
Like, they're always that way, but even more so that night.
Yeah.
That was still my all-time favorite.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that was, but it was a couple ago. Mm-hmm. But man, it's I'm telling you, man, Saturday night the 25th is going to be just awesome.
Yeah.
At the Barry Auditorium.
I think Aaron's going to come down to go.
Oh, Aaron's going to love it.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the plan.
Doors at 6, fights at 7. Get your tickets, DonnieBrookFightPromotions.com, and you better do it soon too, because I think they're $50. It's well worth it.
Yes, it is.
Well worth it.
Yep.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for having fun with us this morning. We appreciate your eyes and your ears. When's Shep on next?
Tonight.
Tonight, what time?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be over at Gusto's right after Shep tonight. It's going to be a busy night, but tune in. And thanks for liking and following the page. Thanks for dropping a comment, for sharing any episode that you enjoy. And, we're always live. We're always local. We're never edited. And thanks for catching the show. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Who are they? It's a long, long list. And man, are we grateful and blessed by every single one of them. Yeah, right there. Have a great day, everyone.
Have a great day.